Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda, Jnana Paddhati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasanidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasya Laksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagavan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. His Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation. Not just creation getting created. Even sustenance need to be created. Destruction need to be created. And pulling out of delusion need to be created. Liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti as is 5 phase, Agora Murti has is 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has his 5 face. Satyojata Murti has his 5 face. Ishana Murti has his 5 face. All these 5 Murtis, 5 faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovijian order of Kailasha led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, and Nithyananda order of monks, nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nithyananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time-capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva gana. All the Shiva ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada,
The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Diksha, or the initiation from His Divine Holiness Nithyananda Paramashiva, makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashiva, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas, or the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas, or the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati, powerful cognition for the power of levitation. This is from Bhagavad Gita Decoded. When Krishna speaks of destroying and wiping out the world, he is talking about the destruction of illusionary physical and material world. He is the destroyer of fantasies. He is the destroyer of identities. He is a destroyer of ego. He is the destroyer of all the unreal. As he has said earlier, on what gets destroyed is the shell of perishable body-mind, not the imperishable Atman. What is Mahakala, time destroyer, is psychodrama that being played out on the battlefield. It is important to understand what Krishna means in these words. As the supreme consciousness, he too is the energy of Shiva, the regeneration. Shiva is not the destroyer as it is made cut out to be. He is recreator by destroying. There can be no creation if there is no destruction. There can be no life without death. Shiva aspects of Kalabhairava is the time that Shana refers to. He is the controller of past, present, future, and all that happens in the time zones. When one surrenders to the supreme consciousness, one loses all the fear of time. One completes with the time, one flows with the time. Whatever one does, it is right thing at the right time. When one loses fear of time, one loses fear of death. All that dies is recreated. Bhagavan beautifully says how powerful the time, going beyond the time and experience the supreme consciousness. Here he very clearly says, one who surrendered to the supreme consciousness lose all the fear of time. saying how the present moment has no time. The past, present, future, everything happens in the present moment. And present moment, there is eternal present moment just happening every moment. And there is no missing of time. If one lives in the present moment, there is heightened awareness, heightened intelligence. Paramashiva just flows through you, thoughtless space. In the gap between the thought, everything happens in the moment. Bhagavan says the Big Bang, the black hole, everything happens and continuously is happening in the space of time. And beautifully here, he's telling the supreme consciousness, one loses the fear of time, one cooperates with the time, one flows with the time, whatever one does is the right thing at the right time. When one loses the fear of the time, one also loses the fear of death. And that dies is recreated. With this powerful cognition, let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
Levitation is taken from the Jnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 82, Dharana 57. Asane shayane stitva niradharam vibhavayan swadeham manaksikshine shanadakshina sayo bhavet asane shayane sthitva niradharam vibhavayan swadeham manasikshine shanadakshina sayo bhavet.
Vijnana Bhairava Tantram, Sutra 82, Dharana 57. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, being situated on a comfortable seat or a bed, firmly cognize that your own body is without any support or base from anywhere. It is resting on nothing. By holding this cognition, when the mind becomes worn away and thoughtlessness arise, then in an instant one becomes weightless and experience the space beyond the mind, the space of Paramashiva. Beautifully, Bhagavan says how if you lose the fear of time, simply you lose the fear of death. Bhagavan said if you visualize yourself as the canvas behind the scenes that are played in the movie, if you understand that you are the plain canvas, nothing affects you for 48 hours, you will be enlightened. The beautiful space, how we live in the present moment, bringing us again and again back to the moment, living in the oneness of Paramashiva, unclutching from any of the momentary confusion and being unclutched again and again, doing the japa, that very moment we are Paramashiva. That very moment we experience the ultimate. Each shana, each moment is so precious and it is available all the time. But it's so insignificant because of the too many thoughts which are going on. The gap between the thought is missed. Bhagavan beautifully says the Vipassana meditation, so many people got enlightened just observing the breath and catching the gap and being in the samadhi in the gap of the thoughts. The current now, the heightened intelligence, the shana, which really starts happening in all of us, the moment of awareness. In that space is how we are manifesting all these powers of Paramashiva. Now he says, if you are able to stabilize in that space, then you are Krishna, you are Paramashiva, and you will experience the ultimate. Such a powerful cognition. With that, let's go to the Atma Pramana. Atma Pramana from Autobiography of Yogi, Chapter 31. This is for Shakti to levitate Rudraksh from a small square surface. I am addressing Srimati Kashi Moni, the life companion of Lahari Lahari Mahasya. So, yeah. Finding myself in Benares for a short period, I was fulfilling the long felt desire to visit the venerable lady. She received me graciously at the old Lahari homestead in Benares. Although aged, she was blooming like a lotus, silently emanating the spiritual fragrance. She was a medium built and slender neck and fair skin. Large lustrous eyes softened her motherly face. Son, you are welcome here. Come upstairs. Kashi Moni led the way to a very small room where for a time she had lived the husband. I felt honored to witness the shrine in which the peerless master had condescended to play the human drama of matrimony. The gentle lady mentioned me to the pillow seat by her side. It was years before I came to realize the divine stature of my husband, she began. One night, it was in this very room, I had a vivid dream. Glorious angels floated in unimaginable grace above me. And so realistic was the sight that I awoke at once. The room was strangely enveloped in dazzling light. My husband, in the lotus posture, was levitated in the center of the room, surrounded by angels who were worshipping him with the supplicating dignity of the palm folded hands. Astonished beyond measures, I was convinced that I was still dreaming. Woman Lahari Mahasya said, "You are not dreaming. Forsake your sleep forever and ever." As he slowly descended to the floor, I prostrated myself at his feet. Beautifully, she explains how her husband was a great yogi and how she experienced the ultimate happening when he was levitating. The Apta Pramana from Autobiography of a Yogi. Now let's go to Atma Pramana.
Open to it. Be open to it. Levitation, you see, actually, when you don't try that sutra, just do this, maybe something more than levitation can happen in you. I am not saying levitation is something lower. I'm not judging. You understand? Now, see, that time maybe that much only you can receive. So Maharshi designed the levitation process only for that. Maybe that product, that sutra was designed just for that. But now I am releasing something, some process, which can have the possibility of 4. So just be with it. Let's see what happens. You will suddenly see there is every possibility. Not only levitating, the stability can become at least few seconds. Maybe 10 seconds or 20 seconds, your body will be able to stay. So just go with this. Go with this. Keep the whole thing. See, I am not disrespecting Maharshi's system, what you learned or what he taught you. And you understand what I am saying? Now, just go with this process. You will see totally different. Completely different. And Sarvashri, same way you don't need to suppress also. You don't need to use that formula and don't need to suppress that formula. Now do only the formula which I am releasing. Okay. Now don't bother about disturbance. That's why I am saying have enough space. Have enough space. Just release the sutra which I am releasing. Just work on this process. And whatever happens, let it happen. So now I am telling you, giving you the process of balancing prana. Balancing samana. Very simple. You will be surprised. Very simple. You see, I will first teach, then you do it. Put the hand like this. You see, No, listen. First I'll teach you, then do it. Putting the thumb on the center of the middle finger. Putting the thumb on the center of the middle finger. Putting it exactly on Sahasrara. Now I'll show you, then please do it later. Whenever you inhale, this is the posture. If you finished inhaling, just fold, put it like this and exhale. Again, when you finished exhaling, put like this and inhale. When you feel you are inhaled maximum, again put like this and exhale. Very simple. You will be shocked. Your whole samana will be balanced. Whole samana will be balanced. These are the secrets still never penned down and transmitted by teacher to disciple, teacher to disciple. You may think, how can such a simple exercise make me fly? You will see now. That's all, nothing else. Just this much only. Just this much only. See? Thumb on the middle of the middle finger. You understand? See, middle finger has three parts. Put on the middle. Are you able to see? Yes. The middle. This is the middle finger. In US, you can't show the finger also. What is the problem? That is a problem. So this is the middle finger. Thumb on middle finger. Yes, second joint. See, the center part. Not even joint, center part. You understand? Such simple process. See, I'll guide you. You will be doing the same, maybe for 20 minutes to balance your samana. Then your hands will be relaxed. Then you put this seed, the process I am giving you. Feeling that all the things happening in you are one fish randomly jumping. Your idea about your body means your body is one fish. Your idea, any mind, any thought comes, oh, I should levitate. That's one more fish. Oh, others are all levitating, I am not able to. One more fish. Am I really expanding? Am I really, my body is becoming masculine? One more fish. Am I building mass or muscle? One more fish. I don't know what the Swami is telling, just touching the head, samana will become balanced. What foolishness. It's one more fish. No, if he says it works, really I saw, whatever he tells works. That's one more fish. So let all the fishes happen. Suddenly you will feel, oh God, why so many fishes? One more fish. Suddenly you will feel, oh God, why so many fishes? One more fish. So just be, that's all. Understand?
Let's go to the Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramanas are the initiated disciples, devotees all over the world who are manifesting, demonstrating the power and sharing with the world.
And then after that, he was just able to effortlessly lift and levitate the coconut. So let me tell you what happened inside me. I felt so much joy and oneness with Balasang, with the whole cosmos, with myself, even with coconut. So it was such an amazing experience. What I would like to tell you, if you are a parent and you have children who are struggling in school, or if you are someone who's taking a test and you think that it's so difficult, please come and experience the Gurukul. Please come experience the oneness space. You'll be able to achieve that with just one initiation from Avatar, His Holiness Paramahamsa Sri Nithyananda Swamiji.
Manifesting the power of levitating and Shakti to levitate Rudraksh. Here he's levitating coconuts. Now let's go to the instruction for manifesting the power of levitating Rudraksh from a small area, surface. Now, and Pratyaksha Pramana.
Shakshi Pramana, scientific studies, what can be measured, measuring the effect of being in enlightenment state. The science of levitation. Fundamentally, levitation on Earth requires an outward force that counters the massive gravitational force of the Earth. In physics, levitation of objects has been performed using magnetic forces, electrostatic forces, gas, etc. One of the known techniques uses materials called diamagnetic materials, which induces a magnetic field in a direction opposite to an externally applied magnetic field. This is an aspect of quantum mechanics whose effect occurs in all materials. The concept of diamagnetics has also been applied to small, water-containing biological systems like mice, which have been levitated at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Michio Kushi, born in 1926 in Japan, introduced macrobiotic diet to the West, was seen levitating in front of a group during one of his presentations by a participant, Keith Vernam. Keith Vernam reported what Michio Kushi had to say about levitating. Levitation is very easy. It is a natural, simple process. You all can do it. The technique is to simple one's mind and clear consciousness. One must eliminate ego and self-absorption and the awareness of the small self. When the awareness of the personality is gone, along with the self-concern and limited beliefs, one can move with the natural laws of the universe. One can utilize the electromagnetic wave energy that moves between the earth and the sun, moon, planets, and all the heavenly bodies in the universe. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 10, Science of Miracles, page 194. The Science of Levitation. His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam shares, levitation, Kundalini awakening, everything happens just through this great truth of entanglement, nothing else. When this entanglement happens, I just give my inner space to you, which is lighter than the outer space. See, there are three kinds of spaces. 1. Katakasha, your inner space. 2. Chitakasha, the space in which your body is sitting. And 3. Parakasha, the cosmic space. If your inner space is heavier than your outer space, you will be glued to the ground. All I do is I make your inner space lighter than the outer space by removing the mass. For those few seconds, you are in entanglement with my inner space, which is purest consciousness. The Katakasha compromises the entire human body, which in turn is made up of 50 trillion cells containing mostly water. 70% of the body is water. At a molecular level, all structures of the human body are composed of atoms and subatomic particles. At atomic and subatomic levels, all atoms are 99% space and 1% mass. However, the space is not empty, but contains energy in the form of strong interactions and electroweak forces. These vast, apparently empty, but energy-containing spaces constitute the Chitakasha, infusion of Kundalini energy into the apparently empty space within the atom. Chitakasha changes the electron orbital into a higher orbital, increasing the empty space of each atom. This creates a larger volume for the same mass, allowing the body to become relatively lighter than before, like the expansion of a helium-filled balloon. The more helium, the lighter, and it flies away. The Chitakasha is ultimately the same as Parakasha. The only dividing line between the form and formlessness is the Katakasha, the body boundary. Source taken from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 10, Science of Miracles, page 202.
Levitating your partner at a great distance, who's sitting at a great distance. Let make the camera ready, Jnananjan ready. And if they could practice the sitting in Padmasana with Samana Mudra, the right thumb should be up. The partner, you can talk to somebody, explain what you're going to do. And the partner can be in any country or any city at a great distance. Let's set the camera up first. These are very special moments, so setting up the camera is very beautiful for you to see what happens later on, the Shakti is manifesting. download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure the timestamp is seen on the screen very clearly and vividly. Make sure the camera is facing you and the partner. If the partner is coming on the Zoom, let us focus on the Zoom also. Make sure that it is a very bright and a clear place where they are sitting and where you're sitting also. And this is a very beautiful moment. So make sure the camera is all set and ready. Now to start manifesting the power, turn on the camera. Let's start the video recording. Apply the Jnana in the third eye. Bring your awareness. Set up a nice cushion before you sit up so that you don't get hurt. No, there's no other things are there around you that it will get disturbed. Ask your partner who's in the different country to sit comfortably. If they can sit in Padmasana, Samana Mudra, excellent. Or sit comfortably on the ground, that will be best. If they are anyway medically they cannot do not ask them to do. Their hands are clasped in Samana Mudra. Make sure. Levitate the partner through your third eye. If his or her body is levitating on the going up and down on the air and above the ground, he or she is manifesting. Excellent. Both of you are manifesting the power of levitation. If you're just feeling the vibration, both of you, and the heat and the pulsating, and visually you're levitating, you're feeling your body heavy or light, yes, you have started manifesting the power. And start celebrating and sharing that experience with everybody. You'll start seeing the depth of manifesting the powers. Verify the video that it's authentic, and then share the video with powerful cognition to others, friends, and families. Listen to others' experience of manifestation. Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck, and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana, and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shakti Pada, oneness, be unclutched, initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagavan's words what is Shakti Pada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shakti Pada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and our egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg, and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva, sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hen sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen, the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada, makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul. And let's listen to Initiation.
You see, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometimes I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminders. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes this external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just a nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small. The neutral space between the two thoughts is too small. You think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Between every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thought. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and unclutched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. You need to understand one more thing. This technique
of be unclutched. It does miracles in your being, in the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space. If living in this body brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle
vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, end result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you are not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nithyananda. Nithyananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shakti Pada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again, bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. and to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion, to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva, that everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva, how Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency, and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you will be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivam. Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Verify no video editing is done. Verify that video is not stopped or restarted. The verification process for the levitating a person across the distance. All video should have the timestamp and wide angle view. If the partner across the country is moving too much, ask them to settle down. You also settle down if you're moving too much. Do not use the muscle to levitate or pulsate. Do not try to jump or use spring beds to have levitation. Yes, not all the body move up and down. Some of them feel very heavy or very light. That's also manifestation is started happening. And if the partner is lifted up in the air above the bread few seconds and up and down, and you are seeing them levitate up and down very clearly, wonderful. The partner is levitating. Authentically, only the body should move by itself and no trying to vibrate it or use any other means to or the muscle to levitate. Thank you so much for manifesting this power. Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotyar Manifesting Power groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the Power Manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padaka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you for participating in the Jnana Paddhati, Nithyananda Jnana Paddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nithyananda.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham